Okay, it says I'm live. My stream totally froze on me. I'm sorry. Sorry. I gotta tell Candy. It totally froze up on me. Okay, some people are coming back. It's just, I'm sorry, guys. The stream just like totally froze on me. Just like a circle of death. Hi, Longhouse. I know, Maria. It's just like, oh, what the heck? I know. It first the chat froze and then the stream just like turned into just the bar going across. So, and it looks like I probably lost that one totally as far as any watch time and all that stuff. So, I guess that's just the way it goes some nights. I'm telling you, today has not been the best day ever. You were sent to a YouTube movie? Hi, Monica. Oh, I love seafood. Yep, nothing like an oh no. I know, that's what Candy showed me, so I definitely have totally lost that stream. And I did not, it just froze on me. I didn't delete it. It just froze. The stream froze, Kevin. Can I run an idea past you? Sure. Yeah, anybody who hasn't gone to Marizi's channel and subbed, you should do it because she just started making videos and they're really good. I know tonight has not been good on YouTube. It said deleted and then it showed on your stream before this one started. Huh. Yeah, I don't know what's up. It's like not being good. Yeah, I did show my dog is they're both sleeping now. I'll show you his buddy is like all sacked out with his nose in the rug. There's the buddy with his nose buried in the rug. And there's the Mario. I think, let me see if I'm showing him. Yep, okay. Yep, here's Mario. He's like, leave me alone. Don't talk to me, I'm sleeping. Now I got to get the camera set back on the fishies again. There. And what did I not done? Oh, I'm not done my camera stuff. Everything is not going right tonight. You just got an extra sub. You think you're going to plant a tree every sub you get? Hey, that'll work. Oh my gosh, Aquaball, you're making me hungry. I actually haven't eaten anything yet today. I'll probably throw in a wonderful, amazing top ramen for dinner tonight. Yeah, I love seafood too. It's like my favorite. Anyway, yep, Candy put Maria's channel up there. You guys need to sub her because she's starting to put out videos and they're nice. You want to understand why fish keepers seem to love tacos? Because everybody loves tacos. Welcome back, Ed. I'm the one that disappeared again. 3 streams in one night. Goodness sakes. And I should probably think about shutting it down. I don't even know how long I've been on now. I think 2.5 hours. Yeah, and the second one won't count. Hi, Reels. Yeah, and there's only 18 people in here now because I keep going, like, disappearing. And I think the second stream just disappeared into thin air. So everything, all the watch time and stuff on that one's not going to count. Only 6 minutes. Yeah, well, that's not counting the other 2 streams. Yeah, YouTube is not being good to me tonight. It just totally froze. But oh well. I guess that's the way it goes some nights. The cat with no arms was in that one. How long do rice fish live? I don't know. They're probably like, seems like most small fish to live like 2-3 years. I'm not sure. Yeah, I know. It said the video was removed, so I've lost that one. It's just like went out into cyberspace somewhere. Because I didn't end it or anything. It just flat froze. So, okay. Thanks for stopping by, Monica. Balloon rams? I don't think I've ever seen balloon rams before. No, I do not have to go for another 3 hours now. I'll probably go for like half an hour or so. I know I keep breaking the YouTubes. That was weird because it just first the chat froze and then everything just like froze. Jesse says balloon rams are surprisingly cool. Aliens will find it in the future and try to decipher it. I feel sorry for them. I wonder if it shows up at all. I bet I just lost it. I bet it's just gone. If I go to my channel, the Oh No's on, which is what I'm on now. And yep, the second one's just gone. It's just lost. Oh, that's depressing. Oh well. Yeah, they move pretty fast, Jess. It's hard to get a good picture of them. Hey, welcome back, Big D. YouTube froze me, so I totally lost that stream. It's floating around in cyberspace somewhere, telling stories. Just say everything you said in the last one? No. YouTube has been kind of weird though. Hi, William. On Chris's stream and Mike's stream last night, when the stream ended, the picture just started like flashing, like going off and on and off and on, and it wouldn't let me change. You know, if I hit YouTube, it didn't do anything. It just flashed, and I finally ended up having to shut off YouTube and restart it again. And yeah, mine did that on Bob's too this morning, but it did it on at the end of both those streams last night. YouTube's must be working on something. Yeah, like an epileptic seizure. Yep, exactly. No, I think it's YouTube. I really do. I don't think it's my computer. I think it's YouTube. Kevin, I'm not going to repeat that. I will go offline again. Don't ask me technical questions, Chubby Guppy. I don't know. Yeah, see, Candy's was doing the same thing this morning when mine did it. I think that Dorian kind of missed Florida, but it really nailed the Bahamas because it sat there. It sat there stalling with 185 to 200-mile-an-hour winds, and it really messed them up. But the news never seems to cover the islands at all. It's like, as long as it doesn't hit Florida, that's all they care about. But from what I've seen, it's really a mess. Well, I know I'm not trying 4K on it. I just got it hooked up to my webcam, so yeah, it's a real mess over there. Well, they were having, it was like sustained 185-mile-an-hour winds with like over 200-mile-an-hour wind gusts. So yeah, it's bad, and the flooding's really bad too. Okay, good night, Anthony. Thanks for stopping by. We lost Bob. Oh no. That's right, he hasn't been back. Oh, conspiracy theories. You gotta find a way, Big D. You gotta find a way. I will be very disappointed if you can't come. If there's one thing I hate more than anything else, if I was going to name the number one thing that I hate, especially on Facebook, it's freaking conspiracy theories. How do I make my not live videos? I just like click on upload video and download them. I've got, like for editing, I have, what is it? Movie Studio Platinum. Yep, that's it. And that's basically what happened to the Bahamas, except that the storm sat on top of them for like a full day, I think, or more. Hello. We never sleep. We never ever sleep. I Conspiracy theories. Oh my god. I've watched some with like a guy sitting in a trailer with a cap pulled down over his eyes, talking about the government. I'm like, oh, good God. 135 a day. Oh no. What are you doing up, buddy? I thought you were sleeping. All right, mad guy. That's a good thing. Okay, go lay down, buddy. Go lay down. Go lay down. Oh no, aqua balls. That sounds about right. I remember years and years ago when I lived in LA, there was a hailstorm hit Watts, and it looked like it snowed. There was like a foot of hail on the ground. It was really weird. Oh no, are you leaving, William? Earthquakes and fire, Jay Bettas. Gotta worry about fires too. Oh, okay. Okay, well, we'll see you later. Thanks for stopping by. Do you ever go to Ripley's Aquarium? Where's Ripley's Aquarium at? Yeah, school's starting. A lot of schools started already. I used to think it was so stupid when they started like 2 days before Labor Day. It's like, really? You go to school for 2 days and then they have an extra day off? Why? Okay, good night, Reels. Thanks for coming in. Well, I have to tell you guys, which I shouldn't because I don't want you to feel good, but I feel better now that I've talked to you guys because I was feeling pretty crappy for today. Has not been a good day, but now I'm like feel almost cheerful. Yep, school should start after Labor Day. When I went to school, we always started the day after Labor Day. And then when my kids went to school, all of a sudden they were starting like 2 or 3 days before Labor Day. Hey, Ty. I'm sorry about that. My stream just like froze up, shut down, says I deleted it. So I lost that stream. I didn't do it on purpose. Honest, I didn't. Yeah, that it makes more sense to go back after Labor Day because it doesn't make any sense to start school and then have a holiday right away. The rice fish are zipping around tonight. Oh, you've never seen rice fish before? They're pretty little fish. They aren't very big. They're only about an inch long, maybe a little bit more than an inch long, but they're really cute little fish. My camera doesn't show it very well, but they don't have regular fins. They've got these little flappy things on their sides like little airplane wings. And the males, when they're like laying eggs, they lay eggs like real early in the morning. And the males will get like a really dark blue. And the females are more gold colored. And the females will take the eggs and they'll carry them around on their anal fin. They'll carry them around for like an hour or so and then deposit them on a plant someplace. And it looks like they've got like a little ball of grapes on their back end. It's really cute. They're neat little fish. I started out with 6 of them, and I've sold and given away like 26 out of that tank, and then a bunch of babies. I got a tub right now with a whole bunch of little fry in it that I'm growing because I've got like 4 or 5 people that want some. No, I haven't seen the males fertilize the eggs. I've seen them like chasing the females around. Have you noticed that in the mornings the males will be like a really deep dark blue, Yeah, that they look like fins on a flying fish. Well, yeah, that stream like totally froze, Shelby Ray, and evidently it's like lost in cyberspace. I lost that whole stream. Yeah, if they come like right straight towards you, you can really see how their fins kind of stick out from the sides. But we don't on my streams. We don't come in here to get subs. I'm sorry. So I'm gonna have to hide you. Yep, that's it, Chewy. Sorry, anybody that, yeah, YouTube ate my stream. That's what happened. Sorry, anybody that was getting subs off that guy, but I just don't do that. I've never liked it when people come in just to get subs. Maybe that's why I'm having such a hard time getting 1,000 subs. Do you guys think? Exactly, Shelby Ray. Oh, good, Ginger, because you're probably going to get some more. I can't help it. I've got at least a little bit in every single tank. Yeah, those ones are the pink ram's horns, and then I have brown ones too, I've got like 2 bags of snails in there for you, Ginger. Okay, Cody Sen, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, snails are good for a tank. They eat leftover food and clean up algae. I wouldn't mind scuds. I had them in my shrimp tank for a while, but they disappeared after a while. I think I wasn't feeding it enough to keep them happy. But I wouldn't mind it having some. But like I say, they kind of disappeared, and they were like in my shrimp tank. They were everywhere, like all over the sides and stuff. It's the only plant your Oscars can't defeat. What I usually do is I'll take a net and scoop up like a whole net full, like where it actually is heavy when you pull it out of the water. And then I'll go dump it in my goldfish tank, and they'll usually have it gone within a day and be looking for more. But I've also had like fish out of my goldfish tank too, like my little Kubota rasboras. I'll scoop duckweed out of their tank and go dump it in with my goldfish and have to catch them the next day out of the goldfish tank and put them back. I should Next video I do should be my goldfish because not everybody has golf ball goldfish. And my biggest one is like really impressive. He's getting big, and he's bigger than a golf ball. He's like the size of a tennis ball. Oh no, Big D. One of our fish tubers disappeared too, and I heard rumors, or I saw rumors on Facebook that he was in jail, which is kind of sad because I really liked him. Oh, that's how you got guppies in your goldfish tank? Yeah, I can believe it. Oh, he's back now? Oh, good. Good, good. I haven't seen him put any videos out, though, and I know I haven't subbed and stuff unless YouTube did the YouTube thing and unsubbed me from him. That actually, Big D, that happened. Um, Megan's dad and his one of his brothers were high up in the Mexican mafia in LA. And his dad had just, when I met him, had just gotten out of prison. He'd done like 25 years for killing a couple guys in a bad drug deal. Yeah. So I can kind of relate to that. But you don't mess with the Mexican mafia. Like I say, his dad was really high up, and his younger brother was in prison. And he was told to kill somebody in prison, and he wouldn't do it. And so then they put a hit out on him, and somebody tried to cut his throat. And his dad just put the word out that if anybody touched his son, their families would be visited, and that ended real quick. But anyway, let's get on a different subject because all that to me is kind of scary. Hey, Aquarium Thoughts, how are you tonight? I think that might be somebody different, Jesse, because I I saw him too, and then when I checked and looked at his photographs and stuff, it wasn't him. It's somebody that's got a real similar name. Oh no, Big D, that is not good. Yeah, because I've got that person on Instagram too, and it's not the same. It's not the same person. It's not him. And I have no idea what he did or how long he's in for, but I hope he gets out soon because he's a sweet kid. You fell asleep. It's morning there, John. But You must have gotten up real early because I was surprised to see you when you came in because it was pretty early for you. Oh, I'm sorry, Candy. I should end it here pretty soon. Yeah, it's almost midnight. Yeah, I yelled at Jesse the other day. The other night I was on Mark's stream and Jesse was on, and pretty soon he's like snoring away and I'm like yelling at him to wake up. I have no idea, Aqua Balls. Okay, good night, Maria. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for the 3 streams tonight. I know, huh? Oh, but only 2 of them are going to get saved because the one disappeared. I'd be really upset about it if I was trying to get like viewing hours, but I've already got like way more than I need for the views. I just need to get some subs. John says I could tell you what I was dreaming about. I don't know if that's good or not. Yeah, it's a trap. Don't fall for it. You can call me Pam or you can call me Punchy. It doesn't matter. Your wife wants to know the prices on the rice fish. I sell mine for $4 each plus shipping. Um, I've seen them like on a couple different websites for like 11 or 12 bucks a piece. But like I said, I sell them for $4 a piece. They're nice and chunky and healthy and colorful. Oh my God, John. I'll probably have some because I got a bunch growing out now. I've got I think 4 people that want some right now. Yep, call me sweet at your own peril. That's right. Usually the shipping I usually charge $17. It costs like $15 for the actual shipping, but then I've got to like buy the insulation for the box, and this time of year I got to buy a cold pack, and in the wintertime I got to buy a heat pack, and yeah. But yeah, I'll have some for sale pretty soon, Aqua Balls. I just have friends. You can send me an email and I put you on a list for when I got some ready. I've got some about half grown right now. Oh my God, Bob's back. Parallel universes and other dimensions detained you. I know, Ed, huh? Well, aquatic arts. I looked at them on aquatic arts and they wanted like 11.99 a piece, and I'm like, that's too much. Okay, Aqua Balls. I'll try to remember. Remind me. It'll probably be about another month, and I'll have some big enough to go again. But you got to remind me because, like I say, I'm getting quite a long list of people that want them. And Bob says he's got people that are trying to buy them from him, and he doesn't even have the babies yet. Oh no, there's pink ones mostly in that tank. There's a few brown ones that I got to pull out, but most of them are either pink or blue. And there's some that might look brown on the camera, but they're real shiny copper color, and they're actually really pretty. But yeah, I've got some like half grown ones right now. They're about halfway there, and then I'll be able to sell them. But what I do is I don't like seriously try to breed a whole bunch of them, but I'll usually get like between 20 and 30 in a batch. And then as soon as they're big enough to move into they're like in a big tub right now, big fry tub. And when they get a little bit bigger, I'll move them into a grow out tank, and then I'll start another batch. So I just kind of keep them going that way, 20 or 30 at a time. I could probably sell more if I like did 100 at a time or so, but I just do 20 or 30 at a time. Strip stick ball. Okay, Derek, we'll see you later. Thanks for stopping in. The 3-part stream, yeah. Um, I don't think it makes them look bluer, but it might. But the Aqua Neat light isn't really very strong or anything. But they're pretty blue, especially the males are really blue. But it might make them look a little bit bluer. I don't know. There's a whole pile of them in the corner, kind of out of the camera range. But yours aren't quite full grown yet, though, Bob. When they get bigger, they'll get more colorful too. And then, like I say, when they're breeding, the males get like a really deep blue. Yeah, I've seen some really big Amano shrimp too. I've seen the males when they're like early in the morning when they're like breeding. I've seen the males be almost like a navy blue color. They get so dark. Oh, I had a bamboo shrimp for a while. I really love them. I need to get another one sometime. They're really neat little shrimps. Well, they're not little, but they're really cool. Yeah, I've got an aqua neat on this tank and on my 10-gallon tank with my inlers, and then on the tanks behind me, on the racks, I just have shop lights. Now on one of my tanks, I spent like 50 on one of my 29-gallon tanks. I spent like $56 on a light for it, and the damn thing is really dim. Yeah, bamboo shrimp are really cute. Got to make sure your rack is well lit. Yep, I have 4-foot light strips on it, but it's definitely a yellowish light because my Kubota raspberries don't look good under it. But oh well. Welcome back, Dr. Black. I got booted from my stream. I mean, it just flat booted me off of there and said that I deleted the stream, so I lost it. So yeah. So this is my third stream tonight. Yeah, it just froze on me. And then it deleted it without me asking it to delete it. It just deleted my stream. So it's floating around out in cyberspace somewhere. Yeah, YouTube's been acting funny all day. And last night, it started last night for me. YouTube doing this weird flashy thing on other people's streams, just like flashing the picture off and on real fast. I think that Dan fell asleep for a while, but he's back now. Either that or he was doing his Twitter pated thing. Yeah, it's real glitchy. And like I say, I didn't do anything. It just like, and this first time that happened, it just totally, my stream just froze. Just totally froze and then it disappeared. But even with the Aquaneat lights, Bob, when your rice fish, they're only like half grown. When they get bigger, they'll get more color on them too. Do I add anything to my tank for the plants in the tank? Well, every time I do a water change once a week and I add fertilizer. Yeah, I use Easy Green. I used to always use the Fluval stuff, but it's expensive. Yeah, the daisies are blue. I mean, they're definitely blue. That's why I just sent Bob some, but they're small yet, so I think they'll color up a lot more as they get bigger. And then, like I say, the males, you take a male when it's an adult and in breeding mode, is almost navy blue. It gets so dark blue. Now they'll get more color though, Bob. Is when they're full grown that they got more color than they do when they're half grown. Man, there's a big ball of rice fish in the upper corner just out of sight from the camera. Yeah, I'm going to be picking up some from Dan hopefully when I go up for the camping trip. He said that I'll be picking up the peacock gudgeons that you gave me and some um, emerald rasboras. Oh, you shouldn't be. Well, I do mine real simply. I do mine really cheap. And if you look at that tank, obviously it works. So I don't get the expensive soil and I don't get the expensive lights. But if I was going to keep like different plants, fancier plants, I'd have to. But I don't. I just keep simple plants. Yep, I use low maintenance plants and cheap lights and my own version of potting soil, but it's a little bit different. I mix up some stuff together. Nice, Clinton. Thank you for introducing yourself. I am 64 years old. I usually don't check my nitrates. I don't know what they're at, but all my tanks are pretty heavily planted. And I do 50% water changes every week, so I doubt if my nitrates are very high. That is dwarf Sagittarius. And it's an easy plant and grows real fast. Spreads out real fast. Started out with 6 starts in that tank, and within 2 or 3 months, the whole bottom was covered. Yeah, I've got I've a couple tanks I've got, it gets real tall. I think it's a matter of light. Because some of my tanks, it gets real tall and I have to cut it off, and some of my tanks, it stays real short. Yep, that's right, Shelby Ray. I am getting massive leg cramps in one leg. So I'm standing up and reading the chat right now. And I'm going to be right back because I'm going to run back to the bathroom and get some aspirin real quick. So hang on. I'm kind of back. I'm going to get some water. Hang on. Oh, nothing worse than Charlie horses. Wow, Big D. They must have a lot of waste. Oh, wow, that's neat, Shelby Ray. Yeah, duckweed really sucks up the nitrates. You're working your way up to a nice, fully aquascaped aquarium. That's cool. I always start out trying to aquascape mine, but within a couple months, I've just got a jungle. I'm not very good at keeping up on the trimming and stuff, so I just end up with this big mass of plants. Your Fajaka is only 4 to 5 inches and leaves some loads. Oh no, Bob. Oh, my, well, we won't talk about my turtles. They leave some big logs. But the axolotls do too, but not as big as the turtles. The turtles leave some major logs. And the goldfish too. It's like I'll fill up the whole surface of the 40 breeder with duckweed, and the next day the duckweed will be all gone, but the whole bottom of the tank is full of green poos. You thought you had a rope fish the other day, but it was just like a grenade. Oh. People in this area love to give the details. I think that's a man thing too. Men like to give details. You guys are cracking me up. Oh man, it's true, Shelby Ray. They talk about there's all these jokes about women gossiping. Oh my god, when I worked at the coffee shop that the old farmers would come in every morning and have coffee, and they'd all sit around this big round table, and you never heard gossip like they gossiped. Oh my god. And it's the same way, like, I remember when I was a senior in high school, I got this restaurant hired me to paint their windows for Christmas. And while I was painting the windows, there was like a bunch of old men behind me sitting around having coffee. And I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. They can gossip. You don't gossip, you banter. No, it's gossip. Oh, my mom used to gossip too. Oh my God. She would like get on the phone. And in those days, it was the old fashioned plug in the wall phone, right? And she'd be on the phone and she'd be like, oh, really? Oh. And then she'd hang up and she would call somebody and tell a story. And they then say, but don't tell anybody. And then she'd just push her finger down on the button and lift it up and be dialing the next person. Oh. But old men can gossip. And the farmers, oh my God. You know what the difference is between a farmer and a puppy? A puppy grows up and quits whining. You guys hear about the three bulls out in the pasture? This rancher, he had three big bulls out in the pasture, and they were like the biggest bull had the biggest number of cows, and then there was a medium sized bull, and he had a pretty good harem of cows, and then the small bull, he had his little group of cows. And one day they were all standing around eating grass, and the farmer pulls up with a big trailer and he unloads this huge bull. Well, he starts to unload the bull, and the big bull says, he's bringing in another bull, and he says, I'm not sharing any of my cows. And the medium sized bull says, I'm not sharing my cows either. And the little bull says, I don't have very many. I'm not sharing my cows. So then the rancher, he unloads his bull from the trailer, and it's huge. And it has huge horns, and it's mean and nasty, and it's stomping and pawing the ground, stirring up dirt. And the biggest bull, he's like watching this new bull, and he says, well, I have like 40 cows. He could probably have one or two. I'm getting kind of tired of having that many cows. And the medium bull says, yeah, I've got like 25 cows. He can have a few of mine. It's a good thing to share. And the littlest bull started like pawing the ground and snorting and bellowing. And the other two bulls looked at him and they're like, good God, man, what are you, crazy? And the little bull says, well, I just want to make sure that he knows that I'm a bull. I'm sorry, Bob. I didn't mean to offend you. Oh, raspberry cake. That sounds good. It's getting to be about when I grew up in Oregon, Western Oregon, and it's about that time of the year when the blackberries are getting ripe. And I kind of miss that because I used to go out and pick blackberries and make blackberry pie and blackberry jam, blackberry cobbler. But no blackberries here. You stole a beer from your dad's fridge. Reminded you of the good old days. Where are you at? In Oregon, they're just like everywhere too. They're like all the side roads. Any side road that you take will just be masses of blackberries on the sides. You gotta wear jeans though, jeans and long sleeves to go get them. Oh, you're in Oregon. What part of Oregon are you in? I grew up in Scappoose, which is about 20 miles west of Portland, on the old road going to Astoria. Oh, cool. Yep, I know where that's at. I like Astoria. I used to, when I was like 18, 19, I just like road trip over to Seaside all the time because I had a cousin in Seaside. So when I had a couple days off, I just jump in my car and head for Seaside. Okay, Bob, I'm going to shut it down here pretty soon anyway. It's getting late. I'm old, Jay's better. I got old jokes. Night, Bob. Yeah, I'm going to do because I hate to repeat stories that I've told before, but I'm working on a best or worst of for my live streams. It'll probably end up being a couple worst ofs. But I might have to make it age restricted. It's like I say, man, it's one thing when you're like talking for a couple hours and you throw in a few jokes or stories. But if you combine them all together, I probably should make it age restricted. Oh, you'll have to watch my worst of when I put it out. Yep, definitely age restricted. Yep, because I don't have a very good filter. Worst of, yeah, there's it's gonna have my stories on it. Big D. I'm kind of pulling stories for it, like my pop up book and stuff, like all combined into one video. And that way I won't have to worry about repeating stories to people that have already heard them before, because you can just go watch the video. Oh my God, my ex is a classic. Oh, thank you, Ed. I get kind of boring sometimes, and like I say, if I start repeating stories, it's boring. Yep, that's it, Big D. He is. He is indeed. I don't remember too. I don't pay that much attention to names, though. I'd probably recognize some of the films, but I've never been one that like paid attention to authors' names and stuff like that. Movie directors' names, I've just never paid that much attention. Oh, that's cool. Oh, anytime, anytime. Come back anytime. You could, Sharpies. You definitely could. Don't do this and don't do this. And for God's sakes, don't do this. Well, I don't know if I want to see all the scars. His scars are probably like a roadmap to all of his misadventures. But he knows that I haven't used all the cookies yet in the bag. There's still cookies in the bag. Sit down. Sit. Sit. You're zoning out on the fish. I do that a lot. They're kind of a neat fish, and I think definitely underrated for as cool as they are. The other ones that I have that are underrated for sure are the drape fin barbs. Drape fin barbs are not like other barbs at all. They're almost timid, and they don't pick on other fish at all. And I ended up, the adults had them in a 29-gallon tank, and they were hiding all the time. So I got a big school of ember tetras to put in with them for ditherfish to bring them out more. But man, when they start like showing, the males start showing off, they are really cool. I should do another film on them. I haven't done a video on them for a while, but they're really neat fish too, and very, very much underrated. I bred a bunch of them, but nobody really seemed to want them. I think because I never really show them that much, but they're really cool. Well, it's 12:39 here, so I think I'll go another about 10 minutes. I feel kind of bad that I lost that one stream, but what can you do? Well, you aren't supposed to slam it shut, Sharpies. Oh, a snake from the neighbor's house? That's yuck. I had a rattlesnake in my house one time. It was not good, but it wasn't a 6 footer. It was only about a foot and a half long. I saw it sneaking along the wall one night. I was like, oh, that's a rattlesnake. Oh, Sharpies, no wonder. You burn the house down. I'm not really that scared of snakes myself because I've dealt with so many rattlesnakes before. And same thing with mice. Mice don't scare me. But oh my god, big spiders, and I'd be burning the house down. Oh no, I retracted message before I read it. That's not fair. Oh, definitely, Chewy. Most definitely. Those are out of my life now for good. Yeah, that's YouTube has been having problems the last couple days. It's been doing weird stuff. It started for me like last night, and then it happened on Bob's stream this morning. And then, like, say, first time that my stream has froze like that. I've never had that happen before. Freeze and then the whole stream just disappear. I think YouTube is doing something. I'm kind of zoning out watching the rice fish right now, but they're just like right above where the camera is. And if I got up and moved the camera, they'd probably all hide. But they're like a big swarm of them right above the camera. Oh, John. They wouldn't be no 6 feet long, that's for sure. Jesse, you fall asleep to the sound of your voice. And then you mumble in your sleep on the live stream. And then your wife comes in and chews you out. And he snores too, doesn't he, Candy? Oh, you're putting out a video tomorrow? Cool. What's it about? Oh. See how that one rice fish is kind of darker blue than the other ones? That's the male. Now he's out of screen again. But they'll get like, there he is. He's darker blue right now, but when they're breeding, he gets like really, really dark blue with like really red fins. Well, guys, I think it's about that time. It's almost 1 o'clock in the morning. So I think I'm going to go ahead and shut it down. So good night, everybody, and thanks for coming. And thanks for moving from stream to stream. And I'm really sorry about that. And we'll catch y'all later. Try to find a way to get to Montana, Big D. And good night, everybody. See you next week.